Yeah, so Brown Cinema, like when Keegan and I were starting this thing, you know, we were trying to come up with a name, but then one day he just texted me and was like, Brown. And I was like, Brown, like, all right, well, why? At that, I mean, we're big Ween heads. You know, Ween is our #1 musical group. So, like, a lot of their stuff is revolved around Brown. And from Keegan's, like, artistic background, he's like, dude, brown is the medley of primary colors. When you mix each one together, they'll create brown. And so he was like, so like Harrison and myself and Blum, we're the primaries, and you know, like you and we all together then create brown. And it's just, I like it too, because it's like, I don't know, I don't like things to always make sense, you know, or be serious. That vibe of like they have fun while also getting shit done. The way I got into Bozwreck, I'm just going to kind of fill you in on that, was like, Cale and I worked at Milo together. And, you know, we were like 16, 17. LJ just saw, we were stoked, and he saw Cale as like an upcoming ripper. And LJ filmed and edited Bozwreck 1. Yeah, so LJ got me into the mix with Bozwreck. And then Bozwreck 2, I was full on. I was going to school, so like I would go out late nights. So like in between work and school, I would just go out and film as much as I could. And they're like, we're going to Quebec. And they were like, Keegan and Cale are like, dude, you got to try and come. And in Canada, you can drink at 18. So they find this crazy place, and he's just buying us Red Bull vodkas out the ass. Yeah, we all got super fucked up with Nate, and I don't know, I'll never forget that, because like we were just sitting on the booth like at the end of the night, just so wasted, and I was just like looking around, and I was like, I'm at a club in Quebec with Bozung and Matty Ryan, like two of my idols of snowboarding, you know. And then they ran out of their usual, you know, day bag, night bag. So then Cale and I go to McDonald's, and that's like the shot in the beginning of the video where he's just eating the French fries like all fucked up. And then fucking Maddie and Nate come back to the room all fucked up, and then the stripper girl from the strip club comes to the room and brings them their fix. And Bozung, he's like throwing up in the bathroom, and then the girl walks in, and he's like, oh, hey, and he like gets up and like starts hanging out with her and
pee.
Oh, you're here.
Yeah, you puke?
I was trying to.
Okay, I need to go pee.
Okay.
It was literally like 2 days snowboarding, and then raid your dicks off and take the day off, and then just like repeat. So yeah, after Bozwreck 3000, we were going to make our own video, but then Keegan got the offer to do the Trans World in color video. So he did that, and that was one of the sickest fucking parts ever. The following years when Given happened, like Hooper, Keegan, Dorn Laybourne, and John Francis, and I apologize if I'm forgetting anybody else's names, but they all came together and were able to get the funding and make Given happen. So Given won, you know, that was like, you know, that was Hooper's thing. Like Given was Hooper's shit, and I got included in on it. I was probably 90 or 80% of like the soundtracks for Given. Yeah, no, and that's always been like a big thing to me, is just having proper music. Something that gets you stoked and want to go out and actually snowboard. And then, yeah, when Keegan moved to Boulder, that was the sickest. Because we got there, it was dry. 2 days later, it was just typical freak storm there. And then we wake up, Keegan's like, I have this spot, let's go check it out. And it's that one he does in the end of Given 1, the down, flat, down, kink angle one, like elbow. Like, it was no intention of, like, really shredding. He's like, let's go look at these spots I saw the other day. And then, yeah, we just put a little drop in on the back of either Bryce's truck or, yeah, it was on the back of Bryce's truck. And then, yeah, he's dropping it on the back of his tailgate. you know, I was lucky and fortunate enough to be asked to be a part of that. That was awesome. I learned a lot from Hooper with filming and how to like frame shit correctly and like make shit look good, you know? Oh yeah, the back sev. That was insane. That was like a Bozwreck trip in Europe. That year was really special. Like, that was Keegan kind of coming off of his kind of like mental health issues. Yeah, no, I remember he came to Salt Lake, comes over, I just like feel this radiant, bright, happy energy from him. And I'm just like, what's good? He's like, dude, I'm off my shitty, stupid medications. I'm just, you know, going out. He's like, feel fucking amazing. Just like, I just felt that energy of like when he was 18 and 19, you know, I was like, all right, but it was sick. I was happy for him. And he just came back so fucking strong and then just like came out with that ever since part. It was his Absinthe ever since part. Yeah, where he does the front wall ride back 2-7 to board. Like, I'm pretty sure that was the first one of that. Maybe not. Maybe, I know it was the first switch, like, wall ride. Cab 2 to front board or whatever he did, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I've just known Harrison. Like, I met Harrison through an Absinthe trip with Bodie pretty much. That was like the first time I really got to hang with him. And that was fun. You know, best friend, little stoner buddies right off the bat. And then he got on Gnarly, and I started to do a bunch of more work with them. And then that all just kind of bled into the Brown project.
Oh, yeah.
Blum and I got to know one another on this little trip we took to New York. But Blum just came out. Keegan was like, Blum wants to come. I was like, cool. You know, I met him once at a Salt Lake spot, I remember. And I was just like, he's intimidating. Kind of like, I don't know. I was like, is he an asshole or is he just quiet, you know? And then he came to New York, got some really sick clips, and like that stuff went towards some of his Vulcan projects. But yeah, I don't know. It was a great trip. We clicked right away, and like Scott's one of my favorite humans ever. He's the best. Like, he's the definition of like a true fucking snowboarder in every aspect, from his life and how he handles himself and everything. Is just like so sick. Every night spot of Scott is him partying and then waking me up as I'm sleeping and being like, let's go film a shot. I think they were on like day 2 of a bender, and I don't party much, so I was sleeping, and then he comes and wakes me up. I was like, dude, we're gonna go hit the spot out front. I'm setting it up right now. Get ready. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And then in the actual Brown video, when we're in Europe, there's a night line of him where he almost hits that chick. And that was like same thing. I was like late at night. I was like in bed. He's like, I want to go hit this line out here. I was like, okay. So the rainbow rail at 3 minutes in Guy and Jeans. So everyone's sessions at that day, they were so fucking hungover. We were just driving around the streets, and they're like, oh, let's go look at that rainbow rail. And then they just did that. And Keegan, if you're looking at his board, he's on a fucking Capita Kazoo board, fresh, straight powder board with sharp ass edges.
Oh!
Yeah, so the new squad for Brown 2.0 is Sam Taxwood, Parker Szumowksi, Gabe Ferguson, Nik Baden, Jared Elston, Severin Van Der Meer, Iikka, Cale Zima, Brandon Cocard, Blake Paul, and Mason Lemery. always my goal is just to make videos that inspire and get you fucking stoked. Like, that's all I've ever wanted. You know, like, with all my work, that's my main goal, is to, like, have you watch it and be like, fuck yeah, I want to go snowboarding. I like this video I'm working on right now. Like, I'm creating my burning bridges. Fucking just envision, stick true to who you are, and, like, do what you want. And one thing I've learned with myself, any business thing or anything that comes upon, like, activities or whatever, it's like, if it's not a fuck yes, then it's a fuck no. Like, I live by that now. Like, if I don't have that burning gut feeling of, like, fuck yeah, then I'm just like, all right, nope, sorry.